All righty. We are getting started today. We are so excited to be here with you guys for our 2021 Advisor Workshop, Think Big. So welcome. We are so excited for you to be here. And we're going to kind of walk through some things for you this morning in this welcome. So we're not in person, we're apart, but we are still together. This is the second year in a row that we have done a virtual workshop. I promise next year we are going to be in person. But one last year, we're doing virtual just to be safe. But we are going to be so excited to be back in person next year. But in the meantime, we're virtual, we're all over the country. There's actually more than 500 of you guys all here. There's about 540 of us, advisors and reps, and you're from all over the country. So I would love in the chat right now, if you guys would all, and some of you did start doing this earlier, but tell us where you're joining us from. I know my poor West Coast people, it's like 7:36 in the morning for you. But everywhere else, I would love to hear where people are at. I know we've got California and Washington and Florida and all over. So we're very excited for you guys to be here and joining us today. I know I had somebody this morning on the app say that they were joining us from the hospital. So Rebecca, man, you get the dedication award for sure today for doing that with us. We did, our first 400 advisors got a Think Big box in the mail. I'm so sad if you weren't in that 400. It was really hard to know how many to order. But we did get to send you guys boxes. And so there's kind of some cool things in there that I just love. I love during the weekend, during today and tomorrow, if there's something great you love in a session, we want to see, your signs that, huge idea, you love it. And of course, I know this one's going to really help you if you have virtual meetings this coming year, yep, you're muted. We can't hear you, right? And I think all of us in our classrooms could definitely use the quiet please sign, right? Because in your classes, sometimes you just need your kids to be quiet and this is the better way to do it. And of course, we all find this one very satirical. There's no crying in yearbook because believe me, we have all cried during yearbook. I know. There's other fun things in your boxes. Of course, there's a nice little notepad to take notes with. And we really like that. There is, of course, the door hanger to hang on the door that's actually double-sided so that hopefully your family leaves you alone. I know some of you have your kids with you today, and so you're going to pay attention as much as you can, but we totally get it. I know, but maybe this will help if you get to be in your own little quiet room while you're working. Some of you guys have done amazing setups. I've seen your setups where you've got your desk and you've got your snacks, and that's incredible. So we're loving all of that. We have other things that I think that is really fun in the boxes. The fidget popper, which is kind of a new thing that we just thought was so fun. And so you might be playing with this today as you're listening to sessions, or maybe it's just you're calmer. I think these are ridiculously fun. I've been playing with mine quite a bit. Some other things that are kind of exclusive. Everything in the box is kind of an exclusive thing we only order for this workshop. So y'all are the only ones. Oh, I see Sean says that his fidget popper, his 14-year-old stole it. Of course, I know. Some kind of exclusive things in the box, very cool, is these great little Post-it notes. If you guys can kind of see that. Love this, nice work, great design, edit me please. This is great for as your kids, are working in class, you can kind of give them on their assignments. And then my absolute favorite thing in the box is the stickers. I'm sorry, but adults love stickers just as much as kids do. And so these are my favorites. I would love, if you have a favorite saying on these that you like. These are really, really fun. So love these. I love the catching mistakes and the love it things. These are so neat. So yes, I know, put them on your water bottle, put them on your laptop, save them for your students. I think these are very cool. We would love to hear from you. If you like things in the box and you're like, I would order this for my students. We want to know, these are exclusive or only for this event right now, but maybe if there's a big interest in things, then we would add them to marketing. So I really would like you to tell me, and here's what I'm going to ask is, tell me in the chat, but also go to Attendify, go into the activity stream and tell us in the activity stream, if what you would buy from the box if we made it like a permanent item that you can order. So please add that in Attendify right now. I really want to know, like, if it was stickers or the Post-it notes or something else, what would you guys absolutely buy for your classes? And that will really help us make a decision for later if we're going to make it not just an exclusive thing. So, okay, last thing on this one is there is a hashtag, hashtag ThinkBIG Balfour. If you are a social media person, we would absolutely love for you to use this hashtag. You can put it in the app. You can put it on your social media feed, whether you do Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or something else. Please add this hashtag. Please tag us for things. We want to see this. It's going to help us see you guys and see your posts today and tomorrow, because we want to see all the cool stuff that you guys are talking about. So we'd love it. Okay. Think Big Workshop has a huge faculty. And so we have all these people for you that are presenting all these fabulous sessions today. So, you know, we have 14 different advisors and instructors here for you. Samantha Berry, Julie Paquette, Belisa Jewett, myself, Cal Lemons, Katie Moreno. I'm sorry, skipped one. There we go. Mark Murray, Christy Rathbun, Jamie Ray, Anna Rosenthal, Candace Thomas. And you may have seen some of these people if you were here last year. Or they may be all new to you. And so these are 10 different advisors from all over the country. And then also we have 4 reps for you as well. You know, Milani, Stacy, Rob, and Carrie have been gracious enough to join us as well. And these people are putting together for you an incredible weekend. They have been working for weeks. We have planned, I met with every single person planning sessions, and they had great ideas, and then they put together their shows for you guys. And so they have incredible information, because they are, you guys can't tell, I'm really passionate about yearbook and journalism, and they are too. And so they are so excited to be here with you today and to share great journalism news and get you inspired and be innovative and go bigger this year. So we're very, very excited. Okay, let's talk about the schedule a little bit. So it is 2 days. We have a really robust lineup of sessions from our 14 instructors. There are actually more than 30 different classes to choose from. I know I've been hearing people saying that they, how am I going to choose my class? And so we're going to talk about that. You don't need to worry about it too much because we're going to talk about how you can see everything. For our classes, there's a wider range of classes. There's design classes, there's photography classes, there's coverage classes. There are classes about the software. There are classes about dealing with deadlines. There's classes about dealing with motivation, because, oh my gosh, we need to make sure our kids are motivated after being virtual for a year. There's classes specifically devoted to middle school and to elementary. So props to our middle school and elementary advisors. We've got coverage for you today and tomorrow. And then something new this year is that we have an emphasis on teaching. You know, because we had the student workshop this year, the advisor workshop is really geared much more to what you need. And I know so many of you are brand new advisors, or you're only in your second or third year, or you just really, you know, want more help with how to teach photography or how to teach design or how to teach writing. Well, we've got you covered. We have several sessions that are really focused on teaching. And so I'm very excited. It's a new thing. And at the end of the workshop, I want to hear back from you guys. We want to know what you liked about that, you know, what you want a little tweak of. That'll really help us do a good job. The schedule is, for the most part, 10 to 4 every day. This schedule that I'm showing you is based on the PDF, which is Central Time. The app is going to show you in local time. So I know some of you were up an hour early. I'm so sorry. The PDF will show you all the breakout sessions, and then I'm going to talk about the app a little bit. We have keynotes for you guys, which we'll be doing at 10 o'clock Central Time and also at 1 o'clock. And that's every day, morning, afternoon, we have a keynote for you. So 2 keynotes a day, 4 keynotes in total. And then after every session, the instructor is going to stick around to chat with you guys. And so this is an opportunity to ask additional questions. You know, you'll be able to chat via text while the Zoom is going, but you will also have time to ask questions afterwards. And then we will have a little bit of breaks. The idea is that every session we'll have 5 to 10 minutes before the next class starts. So if you need to run to the bathroom, grab some water, grab some food, whatever you need. We did not schedule a lunch break because we have 4 different time zones going on. And so if we did it at noon by Texas, my poor California people, it would be 10 a.m. for them. So no, cookies are all on you, Mark. So everyone's got their own cookies, but we are excited for you guys to be with us, and we do want you to take breaks when you need to take breaks. Don't stress out about that. If you do take us with you, if you're taking a break, make sure to turn your video off and make sure you are muted. And speaking of mute, don't forget that during the sessions, make sure that everybody is muted. I do occasionally, when we have sessions, we hear people talking. So just be careful to make sure that your mute is still on while the instructors are talking, and then unmute yourself when it's the Q&A time. At the end of every day, we have happy hour chat. And so that's a very cool new thing we're trying this year for the first time. We'll kind of see how it goes. But at the end, when we're totally done with all the teaching, you have a chance for happy hour. You can grab whatever your favorite happy hour cocktail. If it's water, that's great. But join us for an after hours chat. This is going to be at 4 p.m. Pop by to ask questions. Hang out with our instructors. Our instructors are kind of divided up. There'll be a couple more of us, like Katie and I will be joining you as well. And then some of our reps will be joining as well, but you can come in and talk to people. You can ask specific questions, or you can just chat with each other. I know it's been, a while since we've all been back together. And so it's really nice to have time to talk to each other. So please stick around at the end and join us and talk about the day and ask questions and have a good time. Okay, so we did email you a PDF of the schedule in a link yesterday. And then you can access the schedule via Attendify, and there's an app and there is a browser. So if you're on here, you probably have figured all that out, but just in case, I'm gonna walk through a couple things. I do wanna note that we did have a minor change to the schedule. Two of our instructors were super excited about their session, and they were like, Kel, we have so much to talk about, we need to go a little bit longer. And so we definitely tweaked the schedule a little bit. So if you looked at it last week, know that today's morning has changed. Anna and I both had sessions at noon that moved to 2 o'clock so that we could make a little more space for Samantha and Jamie's deadline dilemmas, which is awesome. But it's a bit of a longer session. So we've done a little tweak. So just make sure you're paying attention to that. If you had booked out stuff last week, we did make some minor changes today. So you're going to be able to access via Attendify, the app or the browser to get into sessions. And do know that the PDF is on Central Time, but the app is going to be on local time. And so you have options for you to access. So if you're using Zoom and you want to go straight to Zoom, then I recommend that you use the PDF. You click on a session and it'll take you right into Zoom. If you're in Attendify, the app, it's going to show you the video right within Attendify, whether you're on the app or the browser. So kind of some decisions for you to make as you today. So you might be viewing us right now in Attendify, and you might change that later and use the PDF and go through link. And I like having the PDF, and I click on Zoom, and then I have on my phone, I have the Attendify app on my phone so that I can see the chat going on there as well. Okay, so Attendify for you guys. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, if you've just been accessing us via Zoom and the PDF, you want to download it from the App Store. You want to search for Balfour Advisor Workshop, ThinkBIG. Note there's also a second one for the student workshop. For those of you that are doing that, just make sure you access Advisor for the next 2 days. You'll log in with the email that you registered with. And if you have any trouble getting in, please email Galen, and she's going to help you get access. So Galen's email is on here, galen.mabry@balfour.com, and she's going to help you get in. The Attendify app is kind of amazing. It has our schedule. It's where we'll give you updates on things and a whole bunch of session resources for you guys. It has all the bios on the speaker if you want to find out a little more information about where they're from. You can look at that as well. And of course, it's a place to chat with each other. Some of you have already found the activity stream and you've been talking and you've been sharing pictures, and we love that. We want you to keep doing that. We want you to keep talking in that activity stream. And then of course, post photos too. We want to see photos of you. If we can't be in person, we need to see some photos of you. If you haven't added your own picture to your profile, please do that as well. The app also has the schedule in it, which some of you may have accessed us today via that. And it is 2 days of sessions. And then there's bonus sessions. I'm wondering how many of you guys noticed that there was a third day. No, we did not add a third day to the workshop, but we did add bonus sessions. And so what happened is last year we had 3 days. And this year we decided to do 2 days because honestly, we have Zoom fatigue, right? So we cut the workshop to 2 days, but I realized that, oh my gosh, there were so many things that I wanted you guys to see. Like there's a tips to improve design session that I love to teach, and there was no space for it this year. And Kelly Jutton had these great writing interview sessions and writing sessions that I wanted to include. And so we just talked to last year's instructors, said, hey, can we show your sessions for another year? And they said yes. So there are 10 sessions that are on the bonus day, July 15th, that you can watch anytime you want. There's not really a July 15th day. It's for you to watch whenever you want. If there's during today or tomorrow, there's nothing that we're showing that you're just in love with, come to the bonus day and take a look. I know that we added an elementary session in there from last year, and there's an InDesign session and a Photoshop session and some writing sessions and design sessions. And really cool, especially if you're new to Balfour, there is a tour of the plant. It's a very short video, but it's very cool for you to see what it's like with the process of books being printed and what it's like here. And that's a really fantastic video to watch. So that is kind of all the bonus stuff for you. Okay, so also within the app there are some session resources. So it is at the bottom of if you click on a session, it's going to show you the video information at the top, what the session is about, the speaker name, and then there's a little thing called documents. And the documents might be additional resources that the instructor has provided for you. And so some sessions have documents, some sessions have none. And so this is going to help you extra stuff. Like for the example, the one I'm showing you, this is for the beginner session. This is Valisa's amazing session called Start Here. And Valisa's giving you some incredible things. If you're a brand new advisor, you want to go to Valisa's Start Here session. And she shares so many things with you with camera information and other things for the beginning of the year. I think she shares her syllabus and other things. Other people have shared photo worksheets and other editing worksheets, really helpful. If you don't see any documents, then that means the instructor didn't have something to share. So just kind of be mindful and respectful of that. So if we have it, we are happy to share it with you. Somebody did ask about the app. The app is called Attendify. So if you go to the App Store, you can download the Attendify app, and then you will just search for Balfour Advisor Workshop, and it'll pop up for you guys. Okay. So there is also a browser version of Attendify for those of you that don't want to do it on your mobile phone. And I know some of you have already found it, but just in case, the browser version, the catch is that you cannot just open your browser and search for Attendify. You actually need the specific link in. That's the way that it works. And so we've created a tiny URL for you. And so the tiny URL is tinyurl.com/think-advisor. And this is how you can access Attendify on your computer, on your laptop. And you will type that in. It's going to ask for your email. And then you'll put the email in that you're registered with, and it'll let you in, and it'll look like the screen that you're seeing here on it. And I think it's helpful. I don't want to watch the videos on my phone. I want to see it on a big screen. So I almost always access Attendify on my computer. So a couple different ways to get in, to access. Also, don't forget that you can use the PDF to click on the Zoom links, and that's another way to access. In Attendify, one last thing I want to talk about with the tabs is that there is a tab that you may not have looked at yet, and it is called Event Info. And this is a big one that I want you guys to know about. It has several things on it that I've already talked about, joining from your desktop, the bonus sessions, design inspiration, and the happy hours. And the one I haven't talked about yet is design inspiration. So this is kind of one cool thing for you that you may not have realized. And this is, again, under Event Info in the app and on the browser version of Attendify. And so under design inspiration, we have put PDFs for you. Last year was the first time we did this workshop virtually, and we weren't in person, and so you couldn't hold a book. And so you guys desperately wanted to see other books. And so we shared with PDFs for you, and everybody loved it because now you're getting to see books from across the country. And so we've done it again. So 2021 yearbooks, if you want to see books, they are there in the Design Inspiration tab under Event Info. And there are, I believe, about 60 middle school and high school yearbooks in that space. It's a Hightail space. I know sometimes Hightail is blocked at school, but you're all at home right now. So you should be able to access And it's amazing to see. And what's going to happen is these next 2 days, you're going to be watching presentations and you're going to see a gorgeous book that one of the instructor shows you. Write down the name of the book. The likelihood is that it is on that Hightail link of PDFs. Download those books, add them to your own Google space. Please don't like personally share it with students, put it on your server at school so that students have access. And one like minor thing about the books, keep in mind that the books show up like a left page and a right page. And so you've got to view it as double page, and you might have to select on the view like show as cover or unclick show as cover. So that's going to be a a thing for you to like make sure that the left and the right page match up correctly. So very cool kind of option for you to have all the books to look at. It's going to like be awesome for you in your classroom this coming year. Okay, we're getting kind of close to our next time, so I'm going to move on. Okay, so the big question I've gotten over and over again is, what if I miss a session? And so do not worry, because the sessions are all going to be available after the workshop. So right now, when you go into Tendify, it's going into the Zoom, but afterwards the video will be there. And it's going to take us about a week to get all the videos in. So have patience. There's more than 30 videos that have to be edited and put together. But they are going to be there for you all year long, which is so exciting. So you're going to have access to all these videos throughout the year. Now, keep in mind, it's not going to be there today. Like you want to go back today and watch more videos, they won't be there today. So choose what sessions you want today and tomorrow that you really want to see first, and then know in about a week, you will be able to go back and see more videos. Okay, last things to tell you guys. Enjoy the workshop. This is a great 2 days, but it can be kind of overwhelming. So we really recommend, take notes, but don't take millions of notes. Really just kind of sit back and absorb everything. You can always come back to the video later. And then, really engage with us in the Zoom chat and the activity stream on Attendify. Okay. It is time to get started and think big. We're going to take a really short break, and then we are starting at 10 a.m. Jamie Ray is your first keynote. You survived. Now what? So we're super excited to have Jamie with us and to see all of you guys. All right. Thank you guys.